marijuana, don't try it at all. It's a lie. It's like beating your head on a wall. Say no way. Marijuana's a fast way to fall. You will pay, cause it's doing you no good at all. And you know, if you gamble with life, you can lose it. Gotta grow, cause your life is a gift, don't abuse it. And you know, if you gamble with life, you can lose it. Gotta grow, cause your life is a gift, don't abuse it. Oh. Never try marijuana, don't try it at all. It's a lie. It's like beating your head on a wall. Say no way. Marijuana's a fast way to fall. You will pay, cause it's doing you no good at all. And you know, if you gamble with life, you can lose it. Gotta grow, cause your life is a gift, don't abuse it. And you know, if you gamble with life, you can lose it. Gotta grow, cause your life is a gift, don't abuse it. A lot of people think that marijuana isn't dangerous, but they're wrong. Because not only does it harm a person's body and mind, but it often leads users to try other, even more dangerous drugs. And you know, if you gamble with life, you can lose it. Gotta grow, cause your life is a gift, don't abuse it. And you know, if you gamble with life, you can lose it. Gotta grow, cause your life is a gift, don't abuse it. Oh.
Well, it was the usual smoothly starting intro. Hi, Prairie Queen.
Hello. I see my name is on here twice.
Wait, okay, there you okay, how are you now?
Oh, I'm good.
Okay, so are you there once now?
Well, no, I'm there once, but my name shows up twice on the screen. That's weird.
That's
Hey,
weird.
well, it's a full moon. What do you expect?
Oh yeah, sidekick. How weird.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a
Just
full
making sure you understand that I'm your sidekick. I just got to push
yeah,
my point. Yeah, there you go.
yeah. I'm your sidekick. What'd you say? Sidekick. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. So what a week. I've been gone for a week and I
This will
sort of
teach you. Oh, sorry.
go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was just going to say this will teach you a lesson. Don't go away. All this shit's going down.
Boy, it all happened when I wasn't looking. Holy tamale on these YouTubes, you guys. The and the neighborhoods we associate with, it's all a buzz from two or three different factions. But okay, I got to tell you about my time away, real quick, real quick.
Sure. Yeah.
Something happened
Uh-oh.
to me when I went. What I was doing was I was babysitting uh, my son-in-law's grandmother. She's 94 years old and feisty. Oh my God, she's a pistol. And I have the best time up there. And um, she made a trip to Costco. She loves Costco. Loves Costco. So
Mm.
somebody took her to Costco. So I thought, okay, I've got the house to myself. The kids are gone on vacation, taking a break. And so I thought, and grandma has this really spiffy walk-in bathtub. And it's really, it takes up the whole end of her bathroom. and it's very, it's amazing, and you can either shower with it or bathe with it and it's got a seat in there, and I thought, I'm alone, I'm gonna take a bath. I was so excited, got all my stuff, the lotion that you got up, the towels, clean jammies. So I get in the tub and I'm soaking and it's just and, it's only the second time I've used it really because, working girl bath, sponge bath because I gotta watch an old lady. Um,
Mm.
it's, get in there and get out. But so I got it. I'm soaking, scrubbing, got all get exfoliated, and then okay, get out, and I can't remember how to drain the tub.
Oh,
And the door to get out won't open unless the tub is drained, pressure and it's not a wise
oh,
thing to do anyway because you could flood the house because that's a
right. It's
little
that kind. Okay. Yeah.
yeah, it's like a little you can float it. I can float in it. It's that deep and so anyway,
Mm,
so I get up and I'm stepping on the drain with my heel figuring it's like one of those pop-up drains.
mhm.
No. So I'm stepping. I reach down, put my face underwater, reach down with my hands to try to see if I can feel some. No, smooth as glass. So I step on it, and then I thought, I gotta get out of here. And I was looking for like a lever, nothing. Nothing. There are knobs and stuff, but no lever to raise it. So I thought, what can I what can so I was starting to get pruny and the water was cooler. And I
Mm.
thought, "Okay, grandma's gonna be back from Costco, and I'm in this tub, and I can't open the door because I can't let the water out." So I thought, "Okay." So I gauge my chances, what are the odds of them finding me like this as I'm trying to climb out? Yes, indeed. Got up on the seat that's built in, and I grabbed the head it's got a fancy headrest, grabbed that, put my hand on the back of the toilet and slung my leg over to the toilet seat, and I was thinking all the time, "Don't let them find me like this, don't let them find me like" and so I got out. I got out, I felt so victorious, I was so proud of myself. "Okay, get dried off, lotion, like, and, finish your job." Yeah, so I texted my son-in-law, and they're, off having this lovely time without grandma, and I said, "I can't let the water out of the tub." And he says, "Did you Google?" Smart ass.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, you little poopy face. "Did you Google?" Which was, of course, a reasonable response, but was I ready to hear that truth? No. So I Googled, and I saw and I watched even a YouTube
oh
tutorial
no.
to let the water out of your walk-in tub, and it told me oh, and my son-in-law said, "Well, how'd you get the water how'd you get the tub to fill?" And I said, "It was like that when I got in, it's just started filling up," which was a big lie because I realized that when I did get in and tried to turn on the water, I turned the plug drain handle. It's not
Oh.
it's not a lever. It's a handle that you turn, and I had thought, okay, that was maybe the shower turner thingy. No, au contraire, mon ami. It was the drain. So I just marched myself in there as marchy as you can get when you're really old. Um, and I turned that handle, and the glorious sound of water draining hit my
w-
ear. So there you have
Now, could he not have told you that?
Well, I'm sure, in their joy at having been released from the bondage of the grandma, they do I don't blame him. And it
Okay.
was too many words, and he knows I'm, fairly smart. So, Google and I did, and yeah. And so then the kids started talking amongst themselves, and of course, my daughter texted her sister right away because here's yet another story about mom that they imagined me this spider monkey climbing out of the bathtub. Oh, geez, that's Mrs. Jetson. Okay, can you noodle a bit while I get this?
Oh, okay. Certainly. I certainly
Okay,
can.
thanks. Okay, thanks.
So I just want to say hello to the chat. Good to see you. Um, Robin and I were talking and thought about how a lot has gone down. And for me, the idea of bullying came up. And I guess that's why we've got the title of our stream. Between Von Helton, um, King Cobra, Josh, and now we've got Shani for Christ bullying online. It's just incredible. It seems like the last 30 or more days, there's been so much bullying going on. I don't know. Has it had anything to do with this full moon? I'm not quite sure. But it just, it's all come to a head all at once. And of course, Robin was away, and I gave her heck afterwards. And I said, look what happens when you disappear from the internet. All this stuff goes down. So our our question is now it's like basically adult bullies, and how do you deal with them, and what happens to cause people to become bullies?
Oh, I'm back.
And welcome back, Robin. So I was
Th-
just filling people in a little bit about our topic about Von Helton and Shani, and also Cobra, Josh being bullied online.
Yeah, and we're going to be covering the broad picture next Sunday.
Yeah.
While we just extrapolate and explore it and its consequences, its ramifications, and maybe some advice because we are having a guest. He's been on before.
Hmm.
He is a retired educator of special needs middle school people, and he was good at his job, and now he counsels, he consults, and and he's still serving that population any way he can every day. So he's gonna weigh in on it. Um, so today, oh, Mrs. Jetson said hi, Prairie Queen. She says, "Oh, I didn't mean to interrupt your day. You know, it's noon on Sunday." But I said, "Oh, that's okay. I'm just doing a stream." But my co-host took over. She said, "Oh, tell her I said hi."
Oh, sweet. Well, hi back to her when you see her.
Hi
No,
back
I was
there.
just also mentioning too that I'm thinking, has this had anything to do with a buildup in general, a buildup for this full moon?
It
It
makes
just
you
seems like
wonder.
it's almost like it's a crescendo or a crescendo of
Christian,
everybody.
yeah, and it's an escalation, and whatever you had going on is happening like double, triple, 10 times.
Oh yeah, and I right now, if I'm not mistaken, the lunar eclipse is now officially over. We didn't
Okay.
get to see it, but
So
in the
so
east,
now it's the blood moon
yes,
afterward, yeah.
yeah,
So in the east, was
that yeah, they got to see the lunar eclipse, and we didn't.
we did.
And but yeah, so now it's the corn moon slash the harvest moon, and the blood moon.
Okay, it's really funny that, the craziness and the shocking stuff has increased, but conversely, there are those people, and I include myself, that are experiencing things going exceptionally well,
Yeah,
magnified 10 times. Prairie Queen, I cannot tell you just the dazzling days that are going on here in my neck of the woods, and I am just so full of gratitude. and appreciation, and and it's like, I'm sorry to hear that people are going through this ugliness, but I think everybody's, maybe I'm taking a chance here, everybody's getting what they're deserving right now.
I was just gonna say, like for myself, I've been experiencing positive things.
Yeah.
Um, Obviously you were saying, and yet other people um are creating negativity and it's coming to a head. But like with what Shani's doing right now online, she's well, that's very negative. Um,
Yeah, the crops are in, folks.
yeah, yeah, that is so true. But
So,
yeah, I think it also depends too on your mental state and how you've been conducting yourself all along. You're either going to reap the rewards or you're not.
or the consequences.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, and boy, it's just really plain now. You can poo-poo this stuff uh,
Mhm.
about things like this happening that we're talking about, but damn, there sometimes you just cannot ignore I'm marveling at all this that's happening lately.
Well,
Gee,
yeah, it is a total mindset. It really is. Instead of panicking right away, going, "Oh my God, full moon, everything's gonna, fall to pieces." If you stop thinking that way, things do not fall to pieces.
no, and just sit and be fucking quiet and pay
Yeah.
attention. Just pay attention. That's all.
Oh yeah. Oh
Let
yeah.
yourself feel the vibe, be
Hmm.
aware, but not,
Hmm.
frenetically so. Don't be hyper, but just, go easy,
Yeah. Oh
and
yeah. Just take what comes. Yeah. Just take it in stride, whatever comes along, and yeah.
yeah,
Um.
yeah,
It,
and, so one guy who's really sort of taking it as it comes is Mr. Lumpy Face. Shall we talk about Mr. Lumpy Face just briefly?
oh sure. Well, we've got to. My goodness, that man is very intriguing.
Right? Boy, just stuff sometimes just gets better and better. It's like this little gift, but okay, we're talking about Von Helton, um, Irvy. I don't, e- I don't. What's his full? He changes his names a lot, but we know him as Stinky.
Yeah.
A, a tribute to Grampy. Um,
James Paul Helton. He
James.
added Von Helton.
It's so he could pretend he's German along with the Cherokee. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. His 151% or whatever it is, Cherokee.
Yeah, and for those of you who don't know, Von Helton was kind of Grampy Lobster's nemesis. They just were at it back and forth. It was hysterical, and Von deserved it. He's a piece of shit. But
Oh, big
in
time.
these days, Von is homeless. He's living in his car, depending on, he's relying on donations. That is his. I think he gets food stamps, and I still want to know how he gets so damn many food stamps. But uh, he's living in his and going to the bathroom places that'll let him in, although he has been known to shit in somebody's front yard. Really, truly, we saw a video. Um, y- but so I wanted to have a clip of his last live, where he was just sitting in the car looking at the car, and I I showing what he was going to eat next or something. But anyway, I was his nose. We've discussed his nose before,
Hmm.
and it's quite large. It's much like a proboscis monkey. You can
Hmm.
compare side by sides and guess who's the monkey. And but recently, over the past few months, I would say a couple months, his nose has developed more shapes on its surface.
Yeah.
On the tip of his nose, it covers, like, the entire tip of his nose. It it's a raised area, and I notice once in a while he, gets the back of it with his finger, scrub, scrub, scrub. But I noticed on his most recent, video in his car, it's changing color. In fact,
Now,
it's got more than one color to it, that growthy place.
what colors?
Purpley? It's hard to tell. Purple,
Ooh,
red.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
so
I saw the red, but yeah, I did. Oh, and I'm mad at you.
yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, this is forever going to be on the internet so I can air my grievance.
Okay.
You mentioned this to me earlier about the lump on his nose and what
Mhm,
you thought it might be.
mhm.
So, guess what I did?
Doctor Google.
Yeah.
What'd you find out?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, the pictures that, because I don't give me writing. I want to see pictures. So I
Yeah,
click on
yeah,
the
yeah,
images right away. It's
yeah,
like, I need to go straight to the source, man. Oh,
yeah, I think even Getty has images of that shit.
yeah. And I can sort of see that where you would think that.
Yeah, you wanna use it in a medical, a test document for your class, you print a picture,
So I've
I
learned
give
my
it back.
lesson. The next time you say that, I will give myself at least an hour before I Dr. Google these things
Yeah,
for
don't
images.
bother Doctor Google right off the bat. Yeah, you'll just be yeah, that's
Yeah,
too
because it
fu
was like, whoa, that woke me up.
so did you see anything that possibly could resemble what Vaughn has going on?
There was one picture on there. I forget what site it was. I think it was the National Health Center out of the UK that had a picture of a nose similar to his.
Yeah.
Like no growths coming out of it, but right on the nose. And
Mm.
that nose, in my opinion, has slowly grown wider over time
Yeah.
since even a month ago when he was with John.
Excuse me. Right? It unless we're getting different camera, but I don't know. Yeah, or and he mentioned this. Oh, that's another thing. I was gonna show clips. It's privated. So I was gonna show everybody what we're talking about, his nose, and it's kind of, I'm gonna pay attention to that. I wanna see the developments. But anyway, it's privated. Damn it. Uh, but okay, I lost my train of thought. What was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? Oh, I know. He mentioned on his last stream that people were saying that he had lost weight. That might be, and if that is the case, then of course that always makes your nose look bigger. Yeah, gotta give it that.
Okay, wait a minute though. Were they commenting that he lost weight while he was wearing his latest black shirt?
Oh, isn't that funny? The pressure got to him. He gave up the lady's oversized V-neck, you guys. And
And I
now he
recall
has
somebody, yeah, I recall somebody in chat commenting to him about losing weight. No, no.
oh, oh, that's too funny, yeah. But yeah, now he's wearing a properly sized, gotta give him that, a men's black T-shirt, but he has layered it with that smelly jacket.
Right? Well, it's cold now. I know for
Oh.
me, where I am, it's dark. It went down to 37 degrees last night, overnight.
Oh,
So
God.
he's way farther south in Ohio. I get it. So he's going to be in. I got to start Googling the temperature for Ohio.
Yeah,
Because that's got to have been in the 40s, and that would be chilly overnight in a car.
in a car, there's no insulation. Oh,
No,
yeah, and his 2 comforters, I don't
maybe,
know,
but where
maybe.
are those two comforters? Because they can't be in the trunk of his vehicle. His computers are back there.
Yeah, it's probably stuffed down behind the seat,
That
perhaps.
the you
Can you
know. Oh, go on.
Oh, I was just gonna say, can you imagine the stench
Oh,
inside the cab
well,
of that vehicle?
I think that's the only thing keeping people from stealing his car.
Well, boy, that's a pretty good deterrent, huh?
I was thinking about that earlier. I thought, he's very lucky. He's the kind of guy that somebody could, carjack him. And then I realized, no, they'll open the door, take one whiff, and they'll close the door.
And, glass it has some sort of porosity, minute as it is, if it could be so bad, it could be oozing out his windows.
This is true. This is true.
Yeah,
Um,
like one of those bug zapper lights.
oh,
Yes.
it's probably got those lines like Pigpen did from Peanuts.
Yeah.
Probably a line coming from his car.
There you go. That's funny.
Oh
Ah.
my God. But no, I mean, that,
Oh,
what the heck is he supposed to be doing now? Did you see where he was doing a live stream in a residential area and the neighborhood watch lady popped up and knocked on his window?
yes. Yeah, and, asked him if he was waiting for somebody or yeah. Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
that.
Then he had to pull up, I guess. But
Yeah, good
I
on
just thought,
them.
oh my God, I'm surprised the cops weren't called.
Really? Yeah, he needs to be watched anyway, he could poop on their lawn. You never know.
This is right.
Yeah, keep your cameras pointed toward the street, y'all.
Oh my goodness. All it takes is one little bush and then there's his bathroom.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And I whoever is getting in his chat, I have to laugh. Forget the fellow's name, but he did make a comment and tried to get Vaughn to believe that John did report him for pooping on that person's lawn and that he's got a warrant out for that.
Oh, I know, but yeah, people will say anything, and Vaughn will, he'll pay attention. But anyway, there's the Vaughn story, you guys. That's all we know. That's the up-to-date stuff that we have on the Vaughn. He is hoping for, more donations so that he can keep up his travels. Many people are comparing him to Elvis Travels. But Elvis Travels was way more entertaining because, he'd shave his torso for the camera and, make disgusting food. And anyway, Vaughn can't hold a candle to that. But
So
now, huh?
where's Vaughn supposed to be going now? What's his plan?
He says he's heading southwest. He keeps mentioning a cousin in Arizona who, at first, when he mentioned this cousin, they said they had a place for him to stay.
Right.
He could come stay there. But now the story has changed that this cousin knows where he can stay that has electrical hookups and so this cousin can just give him like sort of a referral to a place to stay. He can't just go dump himself on the cousin's,
Oh,
couch.
yeah, long lost cousin out of nowhere pops up, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, and he even said alleged at the beginning, his
Mhm.
alleged cousin, so it could be somebody just yanking at him. It could be
Oh, yeah.
some, and hey, it's entertainment for us, you guys.
Well, this is true. Adventures with Vaughn. I mean, oh my God.
And with Vaughn, I don't care what it's lighthearted entertainment, but now there's the dark side of what's been going on the internet. And this is about Shanny for Christ and Revelation News, the odd couple, no, the perfect couple who
Mhm.
have been needing attention because Foodie Beauty like is getting lots and lots of attention. Who else? Oh, Cobes.
Right.
Cobes passing away. Everybody's mourning Cobes. He was. eh, we made fun of him, but he took it. He knew he was make funnable. And he played with it and he lived his life in it anyway. Shani can't stand that.
Right.
So, and here's another thing that is a factor in that Prairie Queen, and in fact, I think you told me this, I can't remember, but, what with her oldest son, and Shani's children were taken by CPS, and they, number 1, went willingly, and number 2, Shani said, "Hey, take them. It's a vacation." Okay, this is 3 years later, and the
Mhm.
oldest son has turned 18. And Shani thought that was the magic number, that now he could possibly take some responsibility for his mother.
Work and support her and Rev.
Yeah, move in, take care of them, empty the poop bucket. But
Mm.
he neglected to really read up on the fine print and what goes on with CPS in Pennsylvania. He has till he's 21. As long as he is either or both going to school and working,
Mhm.
he can stay where he is until he's 21. So there's 3 years. Shani is livid.
I'm under the impression, just the bit that I caught from him talking, that he is probably still living with the foster parents,
Mhm,
and he does have a job, a side job,
mhm, mhm.
right now. So yeah, there you go. Because he's 18, and I imagine, of course, he's would be at the foster parents and keeping an eye on his little brother.
Yeah.
Um, and I really hope that this experience, and I have a feeling it will, those two probably have bonded more.
Yeah.
And I think in life, even when the little brother turns of legal age, I think there'll be such a bond between the two of them, and he'll look out for his little brother.
They're war veterans.
They
It's like
are.
almost that kind of a bonding.
Mhm.
And then there's just brothers too, extra strong bond.
Yeah. And the
Yeah,
thing is, this guy sounds so much, well, right now he sounds very mature. He sounds very well aware
yeah,
and
yeah.
very grounded at where he's at right now.
Well,
And I
the
hope
kid
it continues that way.
me too, but, it could you never know. But, he paid attention. The
Mhm.
kid was there, uh,
Mhm.
and he has all those memories, all those experiences. The kid paid attention, and he witnessed some stuff that he should never have had to witness. And
And yeah, and he realized, I think, well, both of them realized once they got into foster care, no, this is how it really works. This is, how life really is. How you're looked after and everything else. He admitted that he did not know how to wash clothes when they were in Colorado because nobody showed him how to wash clothes.
well, then he never witnessed it either.
Right. So he was never taught how to use the washer and dryer because nobody used the washer and dryer. And you teach a kid, even if it's a you move to a new location, it's like, okay, son, this is how this washer and dryer works,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
you'll learn each new thing. But
Right.
now I'm sorry.
Well, oh, I was just going to say, what broke my heart was he said on that one stream how he wound up having to rewear his dirty clothes.
Mm. Yeah, see, I didn't I have yet to watch that stream, but I intend to because I wanna hear the kid talk. But, now the delightful thing is that he, has a YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
He has a Cash App.
Mm-hmm.
So and okay, in regard to his mother,
Mm-hmm.
because he's essentially told her to pound sand,
Mm-hmm.
and she deserved it because now she's coming around sucking up to him, wanting, whatever. and he said, no. And so then they started, both Shani and Rev started, number one, calling him names,
Hmm.
accusing him of horrendous
Oh,
things.
yes.
And I think she even accused, what? She accused Will of somebody dying or something I can't remember, but anyway, and, taking advantage of his little brother, and Rev
Oh,
says, "Oh, yeah, I caught him once," or she did, and total bullshit. Well, it looks like that's what he was, it's just ju eh, this is her own, and I hate you, I don't want anything to do with you. You guys, Shani is disowning her son. He's no good. She regrets him ever being born. This
oh,
woman has been saying every single thing to a child that a mother should never say. Never, ever.
that was just like, yeah, that was even today, was it not?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
there was who were we watching? Not Nats and the Pizza. Who else? Who
Oh.
who what's that channel where I was sent you those? Who was it?
Oh, well, I was watching it on Secular Opinions channel this morning because when I woke up, I'm
Uh,
going, "What? Secular's alive?" I'm going, "This must be very important if
it
he's
must
alive,"
must
you
be
know,
good. Yeah.
because I'm Central Time and it was already on for almost an hour, and I'm going, "Oh my goodness, what did I miss?" And it's just horrible. And I'm thinking, yeah, keep talking, Shani, because the more you talk, the more somebody out there is clipping or downloading everything you're saying, and
Yeah.
what you are saying can be used against you.
And the internet is forever.
Hmm.
And she even went so far as I saw on the Discord that she even said she's responsible for Grampy Lobster dying.
Why is she responsible?
Well, I guess she said she willed him to die, and so he did. That was on Discord.
Oh my God. Yeah,
but
well, yeah.
I
And she,
believe she said that.
I believe it too, because I think she felt that way about her parents.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, her parent, holy, and I had told you in private. I don't know if anybody's watching this. Nobody watches this, but if you do, and you have any kind of time on your hands, I want to know more about the boy's biological father, who may or may not still be in prison.
hmm,
And I can't remember if it was strictly drugs and violence or both or what, but, I would love to know. And I also would like to know if there's any contact
well,
between.
yeah, that's interesting. Or
I
did,
wonder if
well,
Will maybe reached out, or if the father, I don't, or there could be a ban on, you can't contact. There could be that going on. I don't know, but I'd like to know about their dad.
yeah, the thing is too, there there might have been some sort of court order for him not to be in contact. I don't know,
Yeah, I
but
don't know how it went down. That was before our time, you know
yeah,
when
and all
she
we're
separated.
yeah, and we're only getting her version of events, or her,
Yeah,
um, or the next person that she was involved in, his version of events, which I would tend to believe over her any day. You know the person I'm talking about. I don't want to mention his name.
yeah. Oh, and you had mentioned you had been wondering if that person was in contact with I do believe yes. I do believe yes. But, that person's very discreet
Very
and
good.
would never dream of passing along any information or
No,
gossiping,
no,
and I
no, no. But
totally respect that, but I sincerely do believe they're in contact.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so good.
Yeah.
I understand that, and that makes sense to me because you are going to form bonds with
Mhm.
young children, and even if you're not in their life, even after 10 years, you're still going to have a bond feeling towards those children.
Yeah,
You're going to
'cause
carry that, and you're always going to wonder about their well-being, and you are always going to worry about them.
always, yeah, because and there is a bond, and, okay, you guys, we're talking about Chris. He's and he has every right to be proud of who he was in their lives, and, it's not like he's hiding out or anything,
No, no.
but yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's not hiding out in the shadows and changed his name and moved to Argentina.
yeah,
But I
yeah,
wouldn't blame him.
he's living his life, and he's has a good life, and he's happy, and, I'm leaving him the hell
Oh,
alone. Um,
you know what?
but
And I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad he is, you know.
yeah,
Um, I thought about that too, and I thought, my God, just the idea of, let's say, you meeting up with somebody in real life, and for whatever reason, next thing you know, that person turns out negative, winds up, and it's bad enough the whole family is a witness to this. But okay, in other words, Shani met him. She went through all what she went through, including her family witnessing her shenanigans on the internet.
yeah,
I don't wish that on anybody, any relationship or ex relationship or family.
yeah.
When you get on the internet, it's like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, and two, and I've been guilty of this, okay, I felt like this at the time, but that time is done, it's past, okay, I don't feel like that anymore, or I don't mean it like I don't, but then it's out there forever.
Well, no, but what I mean is, like, can you imagine her siblings and her relatives back in Minnesota?
Oh, yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Come
I
on.
I just wonder if they've just put up walls and don't
Oh, I'm sure they have.
pay attention because,
You
God, if they
know,
paid attention, ugh,
we don't know the full story, and she's so full of lies that, there's a good chance that there's probably a lot of paperwork with her regarding family and everybody else. And it's only a
yeah,
matter of time, like today, the amount of nastiness that she was saying towards her son. When you and I talked earlier, it's like, is there going to be a restraining order to to cease and desist on the internet as well as real life?
I wonder. I wonder. Well, I'm happy to know that the kid's gonna be having help because a lot of people are on his side, and a lot of people were just waiting him for him to have a voice, and he has one now. So yay, I am just
Oh,
yay,
and
Will.
what a well-versed young man. Mind
He
you, he had
he's
to grow up super fast. So there you go.
he's articulate. He gets the point across with an economy of words. Yeah, the kid's pretty sharp.
So I feel very comfortable knowing that both him and his brother were put in the right foster home
Yeah,
and have been very well provided for.
yeah, yeah.
And yeah.
Okay, with that, Mr. Jetson is on his way over, with an
Oh,
order.
are you're being well provided for by Mr. Judson?
My Mr. Jetson, on behalf of Mrs. Jetson, we call him the pack bearer because she sends him, "Hey, take this over to Rob."
Oh, okay.
Yeah, hey, she runs the show, as it should be. But anyway, he's gonna be here any second, and I also have a roast out, a little tiny, tiny chuck roast. Lots of
Mhm.
marbling out, on the counter, coming up to room temp. I have to
Mm,
rub on, I'm gonna sear it, and I'm gonna slow roast it for 3 hours. Ha, 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 ha.
what a perfect meal for a full moon.
For a full moon and a good day,
Oh, yes.
and a most excellent day. So, That okay, I'm gonna do these corny things you hear everybody say. With that being said, yeah, we love you, G-Man. No, we don't. Yes, we do. With that being said, I think we're gonna close this out, and, because I'm, gonna be waiting at my back door for my Mr. Pack Bearer to show up. So you guys come around next Sunday. We're gonna be talking about it's kind of a little departure kind of a show. Well, it's about time we got back to this, having other folks on with us. But we're going to be talking about, bullying, adult bullying, bullying of the vulnerable, of the, it's kind of an overlooked thing usually because it's been so prevalent. But we're going to take a look at bullying and we're going to have a guest, Brian Dunn, on, and he's going to weigh in with us. And, we're going to talk about that, and I got to say, I was a bully. That's how I got started online.
Really?
Yep, yep, yep.
The
Oh,
things
yeah.
you'll learn.
The things you'll learn. And then I didn't want to do that anymore. And I made enemies. I made
Mhm.
enemies because I changed up. Your heart changes and you just don't want it to be ugly anymore. So, anyway, we're going to talk about all kinds of stuff related to that next Sunday. You guys, thank you for showing up, all one of you watching. And by the way, Jonocide and Mrs. Jonocide, happy 12 long year anniversary.
Oh, happy anniversary.
Yeah, on Facebook, he says, we've been happily married for 12 years. For 12 long years. Renee, smack him a good one. Anyway,
Well, I hope they have another beautiful, long 12 years or more
or
together.
more, many, many, many more, you guys. We love you. Everybody's favorite pesky little brother and his gorgeous, talented wife. Okay, come back. Okay, come back. Thanks for being here. And, Jonathan says, no one's watching. Well, you're here.
Well, there's always the replay crew.
There's always the that's when we get the most views, like by this afternoon, we'll have like 7, and then
And
we'll
then
have
they'll say, well,
9.
what are these two old biddies talking about this time? And they'll watch the whole thing probably. Only
I know
I know you
because
can tell if
they're
they
the yeah, oh, yeah, if I go into the analytics, I
you can
rarely
tell
do
if
that.
they if they
Yeah,
don't, yeah, quit halfway through. But it's like, oh, they're talking about nothing again. So, well,
yeah,
we're like Seinfeld. It's a
it's,
show about
about
nothing.
absolutely fucking nothing, but people kinda hang out because, well, maybe they'll say something significant, and they're disappointed every fucking time. Okay, I'm getting off here. Thank you again, Prairie Queen. I'm gonna
Oh, you're
just be
welcome.
ending this abruptly because I gotta go, answer my back door in a minute. Okay, love you
Okay.
dearly. Love
Love
you
you
guys
too.
in the chat, and we'll see you in stream and in